what is up? It's your boy Knowledge here from Gamers Little Playground, and we're back with the Gamers Little Podcast. I'm joined here by the legendary, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the Texas rattlesnake. I don't fucking know. Mystery. Woo!
Woo! If my dog would leave me alone, he's back again. He was not supposed to be here this weekend, but hey, shit happens. And I am your host, Mystery Mr. R. We talk about gaming, news, and the culture, sometimes in that order. And we are actually on our 10th episode. I don't know if you realize that, but
it's a milestone. We made it. We made it to 10.
10. All right, 40 more to go, and then I can retire. That's what I'm going for, 50.
50?
That's season one, 50 episodes a season.
But I like that.
Today's first topic, video game movies and why do they suck?
Why are they consistently trash?
Terrible. Now, I haven't seen the new Mortal Kombat. Mike hasn't seen the new Mortal Kombat.
So we're not talking about that right now. We're putting that to the side.
We're not going to talk about that. But what we are going to talk about, the best video game movie, because I'm tired of people always like saying all video game movies sucks. There's one video game movie and it has a sequel, and the sequel's pretty good too. The best video game movie. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, that is not a video game movie per se, but it has a, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying though.
It's not a video game movie.
No,
really?
I mean, obviously, it's really? Like, okay, you got Zangief, like, you got Zangief in the movie.
Everybody's in the movie, and Wreck-It Ralph has his own game. It's a video game movie.
I know what you're saying.
Nobody thinks about it, but Wreck-It Ralph has been the best video game movie.
Okay, by far, yeah. If you're categorizing video game movies like that, yes. I thought.
What do you mean like that? Like what else? How else am I going to categorize it?
Well, no. When you say video game movies, I think of movies that are based on like a video game, like Tomb Raider, like Mortal Kombat, like Street Fighter, like Mario Brothers. Like
Wreck-It Ralph is a real video game.
Man, what?
Yes, you didn't know that? Wreck-It Ralph is a real video game.
Did it come out before the actual movie? Or after?
Yes, it'd been out way before the movie came out. It was an old arcade game.
They said Felix is a character of the Wreck-It Ralph series. Okay, there it is. You are correct. I admit it. It says 1982.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
The best
video game I did not know that. Okay, I honestly did not know that.
It's okay, youngster. All for the movie. Nobody know about back in the day, man. We had to put dimes and shit in the
I'm officially a millennial. Oh my god.
But besides that, another really good video game movie that everybody forgets about, Angry Birds.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It's
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Dude, come on, man. The answer is Mortal Kombat, the original.
Never seen it. And I hear people make fun of it because it's cheesy.
Like, it is cheesy, but I guess it's hard to say anymore because at the time it was good. Like, and I'm sure everybody who saw it in that time loves it still. I don't know how new people would look at it. Like, but dude, it's one of my 5 best movie experiences in the theaters ever. And I was like 10 at the time. I went to go see it with my older sister, my older brother. And this is like 95. Like, Mortal Kombat is the shit. Like, Mortal Kombat 2 just hit arcades. Is the hottest thing in video games. And like, the whole theater is full.
Sounds
teenagers.
Like a bunch of nostalgia is ruining your perception of this movie. But
no, I'm just saying at the time we all loved it. Like, I never met anybody who in the time was like, dude, Mortal Kombat sucks. Everybody loved it at the time. You know, when fucking like Scorpion comes on screen and Sub-Zero comes on screen, the whole crowd went fucking crazy.
Spoiler
when
Reptile man.
Scorpion was in the movie.
But
yeah, you know which one was pretty good though, low key? The Tomb Raider, the one with Angelina Jolie. The first one, that was actually pretty good.
I can't remember the first one. I can't remember it. The only video game movies that are old that I remember is the Resident Evil ones, and I thought they were all right, even though everybody fucking hated them.
I like the first one a lot. I do. I remember the first one vividly. It was good.
So I thought they were cool up until the point where there was like multiple Alice. There was like clones or some shit, and then they all had superpowers, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
Like I remember watching part 2, and then you could tell it's already it's downhill from there. Like I didn't even watch
that shit, man.
No, yeah.
But movie video games. The best movie video games has just been the Star Wars games, honestly. I don't know any other. And like you could say Chronicles of Riddick, Alien, the Isolation, right? That's a good game. But I can't really think of any others that are movies first and then games.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Isolation gets boring, I think. I like the idea of Isolation.
People are gonna kill you for having that opinion.
It's true. It was too long. It was a 15-hour game that would have been way better as a 9-hour game. I think.
Oh, it was really that long? I never knew.
It's like it gets super repetitive. But I like the concept. I like what they did with it. But
the AI is pretty cool.
So you just mean it was a movie franchise first, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like Alien Isolation is its own story. Yeah, the Chronicles of Riddick is a good one because those games were actually good. Like Escape from Butcher Bay, like they were really fun.
Dude, they put Vin Diesel on the map.
Yeah.
Before Fast and Furious. Now he's I feel like he should have like $1 billion off Fast and Furious alone. Did you see the latest trailer?
Dude.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Dude.
It's
for those who haven't seen it. They're going to space.
Yeah, they're in space. I remember hearing this shit like 2 years ago where people were joking. It's like, where are they gonna go next? To space? Like, yeah, I guess they are.
You got them. Thanks for the idea.
Dude, I love Fast and the Furious 1, and then like when Fast and the Furious 4 came out, I became like a big fan of it again because it was one of those movies where it's just like it's so ridiculous and over the top, but it's like it knows it is. It's self-aware of how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, like at first it was serious.
Yeah, and then it just got like superhuman ridiculous, but it was like they were playing it in a way where they knew they were ridiculous, so then it worked. And I like 4, 5, 6. 7 and
damn,
then
man.
but then the last like 2 is just it's been like too much for me. Too much.
It's like one of those movies you turn your brain off.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you actually the best movie video game by far, if you count it, you might not count it. Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube and the PS2 because it's based on the movie. I know it's Spider-Man is a comic book, but it's based on the Spider-Man movie. That the best.
Well, if it's based off the movie, I'll count it.
Yeah.
Like regardless of the franchise, that game alone is based off of the movie. So yeah, I'll give it to it. I actually never played Spider-Man 2. The game.
Yeah, if you would have played it then, it would have been one of your favorite games because it for sure felt kind of like GTA in that era. Like
is that the one where everybody talks about how it has the best web swinging in all Spider-Man games?
It had a sick physics engine to it with the web swinging, and it was so revolutionary for the time. Like even if you played it now, you see a lot of the stuff that they do now in open world games. You see like the beginning of it right there, and I think that's like fucking the one that set the standard for the open world games, along with of course GTA San Andreas is the one really, but like
what about
Spider-Man
GTA 3?
Yeah, I mean yes, but that one was like even you could just it was too primitive. I mean, at the time, yeah, I remember playing it at the time and being like, "Wow, this is crazy, this is new." But when you played San Andreas, you're like, when people say like that shit hits different, like that was different, like that was some new shit. You knew that you're like on the cutting edge with San Andreas.
I feel you.
And even, I mean, like even now, if you ask people like which San Andreas is the one, you know, San Andreas is the one that people remember because that's the one that changed everything.
Yeah.
But I think Spider-Man showed that you can take that GTA formula, that open world GTA formula, and just put it in something else. Like put it in a comic book fucking video game or whatever. Like put it in an adventure or whatever, and it works.
True. Well, speaking of open world games, thanks for baiting me. I fucking hate open world games. Okay, let me rewind that. That's a little much.
You look,
That's a little
Mr.
much.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft is turning in his grave right now, man. Come
Okay,
on.
I've been tired of open world games, but I'm tired that game developers would put open world over a linear world. Like they can both be story driven, but they're gonna prioritize open world, and I'm just tired of it, man. Like I was looking for a fucking third person shooter to play. I'm like, man, there's no good third person shooters. And I was like, Ghost Recon, and I'm like, man, this shit's open world, got helicopters and shit, and most of the time you're just fast traveling anyway, unless you're on a mission. There's like no reason to use these vehicles, and if you use a vehicle, you're gonna use a flying one because it's way faster than using a fucking car. And
it's such a big world. Like there's no point.
Yeah, big and fucking empty. Most of the time it's fucking empty. But do you think the gaming industry would even think about going back to linear games? Like, I think in general, the industry in general, not just some companies.
No, I think it's I mean, we kind of talked about this last week about culture, about how there's a pendulum swing.
Yeah.
And for the pendulum is gonna swing back for sure. And I agree with you because in the early 2000s, there was it wasn't necessarily open world, but there was a lot of open world stuff like GTA and stuff like that. And then what happened was with the shooter craze in the late 2000, the late 2000 and early 2010s, everything became super linear. Like you remember Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Yeah. And I remember being so hyped up about Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Like at the time I didn't even have an Xbox. I literally had like I didn't have an Xbox 360. So the only way I could play it was to get it on the computer. I bought it on the computer and my computer couldn't even handle it at the time. So I had to end up buying a better graphics card. But anyways, I played it in one sitting. It was like 6 hours long, 5 hours long. And it was super linear. But at the time, because we were getting so much open world stuff, the linear experience felt so fucking good. Like it felt so cinematic. Like you're so locked in on everything. Like when the nuke drops in the middle of the game and you die, it's just like, dude, it was such an experience. And then after like 4 or 5 years of that, everything's super linear. And then we hit rock bottom with The Order, 1860s, whatever.
1886, man. That's a good game, and I stand by it. It is a good game. It is
trash. Trash.
It is fun. It's upsetting. The ending is very upsetting. I say that. It is very fucking upsetting. But
I think the game is very upsetting.
Dude, what are you talking about, dude? We're going to have a whole side debate over The Order 1886.
We hit rock bottom with The Order. And then after that, slowly we started drifting to these open world games. But you know, it goes in phases, and I am more than sure that within a couple of years, somebody's gonna make some sick ass linear experience, and then everybody's gonna be like you, just like, dude, remember when we used to fucking COD 4? And then there's gonna be a whole craze of super cinematic linear fucking games that everybody's gonna enjoy. We're back, baby. We're gonna be back. That's what I think. Well, you don't think we'll go back?
I don't know. Like, how you played Returnal? Was that linear? Because I was looking at it, it looked like a linear game. It's open world too?
No, dude. Returnal's a whole different genre. It's called like roguelike.
Oh yeah.
So it's the environments are randomly generated, and you die a lot. And every time you die, when you respawn, the environment is different. So it's like the complete opposite of fucking linear. Like,
Yeah, it's the opposite of linear. But when I
yeah.
use the word linear, I guess I'm using it loosely because that sounds
Hmm.
good. A fucking enclosed area, like fucking.
Yeah.
It looks like a cave in the game. I don't fucking know, but indoor like area. If you die, it changes up the pattern, but it's
Yeah.
still cover based. I want stuff like that. I want more close quarters combat instead of open area. Because I was
Dude,
playing
go
Dying
ahead.
Days Gone.
Yeah.
You played Days Gone, right? You beat it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
Javi did, but I saw it. Yeah.
okay, well, a little bit later on, you get Boozer's shotgun.
Hmm.
I literally was like, why the fuck in this open ass game and everything is outside? Like there is no indoor combat besides
Yeah.
like inside of a house. Why would I ever choose a shotgun over a rifle? It makes
Yeah.
no fucking sense. Like,
Yeah. It serves no purpose in the game. Yeah.
so that's why it's like we need to go back because a lot of stuff cannot be done. Like gun wise, anyways, can't really be
Yeah.
done in these big ass open worlds. You're gonna be missing out on a lot of shit unless you put it like a multiplayer and you have them in a little sandbox.
Hmm.
That's like the only way to be using like these shotguns and stuff like that. These close quarter weapons. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say two things. One, Returnal is really good.
Mm,
Highly recommend it. It's I would say the second best game of the year. I still think It Takes Two is the best game of the year,
mm,
but this one's second. I've never played a roguelike game before. That's kind of a genre that's almost mostly all like indie games.
yeah.
And I know Hades, which I think came out in 2019, won Game of the Year, and like that was like over the top
No,
perspective,
Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year.
or then last year maybe.
I
I
remember
guess.
that vividly.
Well, I mean, at the game, I guess, yeah, I guess at the Game Awards, it won Game of the Year. I'm talking about like somewhere else,
Oh,
they voted it Game of the
a
Year.
real Game Awards.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we gotta pay respect to the Game Awards. If they say it's Game of the Year, then we'll take their
You gotta
fucking
pay
word for
respect.
it.
Like I'm tired of you
Fuck the
always being
game.
like, you're homie, you're good. You gotta pay respect to the Game Awards. Don't invite me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
like it.
No, yeah, fucking Returnal's good. Highly recommend. If you never played a game like that, it's different. It's like a whole different genre, which is cool because it's like I've only ever played really one randomly generated game before. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was back in like the PS2, and it was horrible. And I was like, kind of like, man, fucking. Anytime I saw randomly generated, I was like, this is fucking trash. But no, it was good. And yeah. And then the other thing I was gonna say was just like, I can't wait to personally like. I'm older, and like I enjoy open world games, but dude, it takes a long time to kind of like get into it.
Yeah.
Like I need to have like 5 or 6 hours with a game on an open world game and then get like excited about it. And
And it gets
I rather
too.
I anytime I see crafting, I'm like, oh god, like and I gotta learn this whole crafting system and this shit. And then but like once you get into it, it's fun and cool. But I'm all for it, man. Give me a 6 hour experience. Fucking don't make it too like on rails, but just enough on rails where there's some cool cinematic moments. Like I love COD 4. I love those type of fucking campaigns. They're fun.
Yeah. Maybe the best way, like, well, personally, to go about it would be like Splinter Cell. There's several
Mm-hmm.
different ways to get into the same environment. You can go in through the front, you can go in through a vent, you can go in loud, quiet, stuff like that. Like different options to do one thing.
So it's like a open world experience, but like on a smaller,
yeah.
like one level scale, as opposed to like one full world. You mean like
Well, yeah, like mission based,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
yeah, level or mission based. Yeah, I like
fuck with
those.
that. Like Hitman.
Yeah,
The Absolution, not the new shit. Like it's literally like one mission, one big ass fucking map mission, and then you go on to the next big ass map mission.
that's how the new Hitman is too. Yeah, that's how the new Hitman is.
Yeah, but you gotta wait a couple weeks for the next episode.
Oh well, Hitman 3 they released all at once. It was Hitman 1 that it was like that. Maybe 2. At Hitman 2 as well, they might have had episodes, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Hitman 1.
Fucking wait. Wait another week for the episode. I just want to beat the whole game.
Yeah,
man.
I will. Yeah, I didn't like that shit, man. Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now you can kill him a different way, and it's like, well, I mean, if this was one big game and I enjoyed it, I would probably go back and do it anyway.
Yeah.
So
They although I agree with you because I didn't like that they did that, but at the same time they actually spawned a big, maybe not big, but a dedicated YouTube community around those games.
yeah. I've seen the stealth games and stuff, like Stealth Gamer or something like that.
Yeah.
It takes them out cool as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, like they do some sick, like they plan out some sick ass way to do the assassination. So that's I think releasing it in episodes partly helped with that because it's kind of like people just kept replaying it and just trying to figure out how to do that level better. Yeah.
I mean, it's good for the YouTubers, but
Bad for the consumer.
yeah. I mean, who like? I'm sure they were gonna do it anyway eventually, but yeah, I mean, it was quicker because they had no choice but to do the same mission over and over again. Like, and the stuff they do is pretty fucking cool. Like, you fucking they throw up a rock or some shit, and they call the guard, and the guard walks over, and the rock comes down, and it hits him in the head. Like, holy shit!
And then the guard falls down. The gun accidentally sets off. Shoots some girl in the leg. The girl drops the cup.
Like, it's a whole elaborate fight. It's like the domino thing, and it's like gets bigger and bigger, and you're just like, wow.
It's fucking sick.
Speaking of game developers and stuff like that, 40% of game developers, which I am not surprised, have suffered issues with their games due to COVID. I was expecting this. I was not expecting it to be 40%, but
yeah, I actually thought it would be more, honestly.
Well, I mean, yeah, depending on their cycle, because they could have been already almost done, and then they got set back maybe like a week. But a lot of studios are like pushed back like damn near past. They can barely get past the fucking drawing board stage.
I know, dude, and like we're just talking about this. I don't know when, like maybe a couple of weeks ago, but just kind of like, man, so much shit got delayed, and it just keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed. But you know what? We actually got a good month coming as gamers. I don't know, maybe they all saved it for May and June, but shit, we just had Returnal. We got Resident Evil next week, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I know Ratchet and Clank is coming. Like, we got like fucking 8 weeks in a row with brand new releases. Some fucked. Maybe the other 60% was just like, well, we're not delayed.
Like, those games are good, but those aren't my games. We're the Ubisoft games.
Oh my god! You're here trashing open world games, and then fucking.
Hey, I'm a hypocrite. What can I say?
Yeah.
No, but
man, you know, Miss.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say they announced Division 3. You'll be on that ship day one. God damn.
Maybe. I like I said, third person shooter. Even though it's open world, it's still like you go there and it's like a whole area.
Yeah.
So like, I like shit like that. I just don't like the RPG aspects of Division. That's why I'm trying to get more into realistic shooters, but there's not any for the console. It's only on Steam.
Yeah.
And I refuse.
Well, you're a PC. You're a PC game boy. You're a PC gamer now.
I refuse to go against those guys because they will fucking destroy me.
You and your little ass controller. Yeah, you and your little bitch ass controller.
Yeah. Well, if I get good enough, I can beat their ass. But I gotta work on the gaming library and gaming playground.
Yeah. Almost 100K, by the way.
Yeah, 100K, man. Where's the subs at?
Shit, we need 1,000 more. We'll be there.
Oh yeah, it's around. What is it? 10,000? I thought it was 10,000.
No, we're at 99. No, we need like 200 more. Like, aren't we like 200 more?
Oh shit, it might be there by tomorrow or the day after. Or something.
Nah, let me check right now.
Get down.
We're at 99,800. Yeah.
Hey, 200, man. Get your cousin to get your auntie to subscribe, man. What y'all doing?
Come on, man.
What y'all doing out there?
Shit.
Fucking. Speaking of these developers and stuff like that, big boy Microsoft, they're doing an Epic Games, man. They're giving more money to their developers. Look, man, Microsoft has something planned. They have something planned. I don't know what it is. These guys are purposely taking financial losses for something. I don't know what, but it's for something, and I'm low-key scared for Sony. Like, Sony's probably going to have to go back to giving us video game online for free, baby. Like,
you're all here for that shit. You love that. Yeah, what a luxury, man. What a luxury to be able to have that much money, to just be able to take like millions of dollars of losses, or probably billions,
and not give no fucks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're that big, and like, I'm starting to think that like the CEO of Sony like fuck the wife of the CEO of Microsoft. like it's just like this is not no regular. This is some personal shit going on right now. Like that's how crazy that shit's getting. Like,
dude, it's ridiculous. And I honestly, like, what is Xbox doing? Like, who is in charge now? Like, they had to have some type of shakeup. Because, like, 4 or 5 years ago, they were not doing shit like this. They were literally, like, fucking the Xbox player base over with this connection and all this other stuff. And then now they're literally doing, like, a fucking 180. Mm-hmm. And they're treating all the developers nice. They're talking about getting Konami. Talking about getting Kojima.
Yeah.
What are they planning, dude? What the fuck are they planning?
They just want to win, man. It's just all competition. They want to win.
Yeah, it has to be something personal, like you said, fucking his wife or something. Because like to do this.
See, but I also think from a business perspective, what I see now is just that they're, all the game companies are probably on the old model where like you're just thinking about moving games and moving consoles. Like that's your business.
Yeah. Now,
as we know, the real business is not that. The real business is fucking skins, fucking like Game Pass and all that. So like I think their objective always now is just like, let's get as many players to play on our platform as possible, and then we'll cash out on the little things.
Yeah.
On like $5 here, $2 here, here's a blue skin, here's this fucking card or whatever. And then like I feel like they didn't have that option 20 years ago. And I think it just took them a while to realize like, dude, the real business is just to get people to use your platform.
Yeah. And
then after that, then you can cash out, I mean,
like I said, man, they're doing an Epic Games. Like, Epic Games, they got tired of fucking the Apple Store, so they created their own store. And they're like, okay, let's also go against Steam, and let's fucking give our developers more money so they actually work on our stuff. And it's like, dude, that's fucking genius. And they're literally making money. Like, they're losing money now, but they're gonna be making money.
They're gonna be making
so much
money
just off Fortnite alone.
Yeah,
like
if they can afford to do that,
they're creating residual income. Like, that's fucking genius.
And like, even there was so much backlash with the Epic Game Store, but it's like slowly but surely you're seeing less and less of that because they're getting good developers, they're getting good games on there, and you're just like, dude, fucking play like Rocket League for free or something. Like, it's like, all right, I'll take it. I'll do it. I'll take the fucking free
it's
game. Like
a lot of the PC gamers, they would complain about, oh, I gotta open up another launcher to play my games, and it's like, look,
so
if they got if they got the game that you want to play, what the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Like, are you just not gonna play the game you want to play? Oh, okay.
Some people won't. I know in the beginning the complaints too were that was like the biggest complaint, but a lot of it was like, Epic Games has some software on it that's like intrusive on your computer. But I think most regular people don't give a fuck about that. And like, whatever.
Dude, like, gamers, they're so easy to manipulate. Like Asmongold says, they're a 30-second trailer away to start buying this shit again. Like,
yeah,
we're putting malware on your shit, so what? Do you want to play your game or not?
Yeah.
Like,
do you want to play Rocket League? Yes or no?
Yes or no? Do you want to play Fortnite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's true, man.
Okay, then, motherfucking download this motherfucker.
By the way, creator code GLPlayground.
Creator code GLPlayground. We have a creator's code.
We have a creator code. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said we, so I get a cut now.
We. You get your percentage. Hey, if you can move the code, you can get a percentage. Move the code.
How you gonna know what codes I moved?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Got him.
Yeah, do me a favor. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Next topic, because earlier, before we started, we were talking about cryptos.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast got caught slipping. You want to explain it?
So there is I need, like, I did research on this right now, but I'm not clear on 100% of it, because there is this platform that was being hyped up called Refinable, which is an NFT platform, and they're gonna do their initial coin offering. Like, you can buy their coin for the first time. Yeah. I think people thought it was like 3 cents or even less than that.
Yeah, they were saying they were gonna launch at 9 cents, and then it came out like 30 cents.
$9. It was like. It's like a lot of people said they bought like at $9.
Oh, $4. And then at $9.
And then it dropped all the way down to like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things to the story. I checked Mr. Beast's Twitter. I checked Mr. Beast's YouTube. Just the titles and then the tweets. So maybe he mentions it in the video, but I haven't seen him mention it on either the YouTube or Twitter. So like, for one, I was like, is it a scam? Like, because these people are hyping it up like this is backed by Mr. Beast. But if it's backed by Mr. Beast,
why hasn't he said anything?
Like, why hasn't he said anything? Now, I might be wrong. People can correct me on that. But I just did that kind of light research just to see. Because I actually saw that like a couple weeks ago where they said like, oh, Mr. Beast is going to back this. And I was like, damn, that's just going to be crazy. The hype's going to be crazy for this.
Yeah. But
it almost seems like they were finessing. That's one thing. The second thing is, this is part of crypto regardless. So this happens every time a new coin launches. It launches at a certain price, big hype, it skyrockets, and then the people who bought here are smart. They sell it, and then it dumps. And then all the noobs are like, dude, I lost my life savings. I put fucking $10,000 and now it's worth 1,000. And like, just, it sucks, but it's a lesson that you need to learn. You never FOMO in. Never. You never buy at the all-time high. You just gotta wait, and especially when it launches, it's always gonna go up and then dump. And then if it's a good coin, it'll start rising again. If it's a shit coin, it'll just keep falling. Or if it's like a super hype that happens, it might keep going even if it's shit just for the hype. But it's like, dude, that happens so often where it's just like, it's not gonna go up forever. Like, it's not gonna go from fucking, it's not gonna go from 30 cents to $12 to $100 in one day. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
You never know, man. It could happen, man. You never know, man.
Somebody's gonna sell. Like, dude, imagine if you bought at 30. Imagine if you bought $1,000 at 30 cents. We'll do that right now. So if you bought
Mr. Mathematician
$1,000 at 30 cents, then you would have got 3,333 shares. And if you sold at $12, then you made $40,000. Now, why wouldn't you do that? Like, if you bought at 30 cents, why wouldn't you just take the profits and let all the suckers who bought at 12 take your, like, you basically switch money. Like, everybody who bought at 12 gave you money, and you're just like, but there you go.
The further issue with the Mr. Beast thing is people are making it seem like Mr. Beast was the one that came up with this plan to buy when it's small, and then when everybody's like, oh yeah, Mr. Beast buys it and shit like that, and then he was the one to pull the rug out. Nobody knows if Mr. Beast himself did this. Now, Mr. Beast's face is all over the fucking website and shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he endorses it, because I could fucking take a goddamn JPEG of Elon Musk and say, oh yeah, Elon Musk endorses this thing that nobody fucking heard about. So that means Elon Musk doesn't know about it. And then everybody else is like, oh, okay, Elon Musk did it all. And then they buy it, and then I sell the shit, and then everybody goes at Elon Musk like, oh, man, you're a dick, man. Why didn't you tell us? And he's like, he makes that face. He's like, I didn't know you're fucking doing that.
Like, what the fuck?
So Mr. Beast could have just
smoking
been
his blunt. He's like, what the fuck are you motherfuckers doing?
Mr. Beast could have just been filming a fucking video, and then he's getting tagged on Twitter, and he's like, what? I'll look at this later. So I got $1 million. Whoever takes their hand off my dick last, they win. They fucking win.
Dude, like, dude, what the fuck? I don't know, dude. To me, it makes no sense because I'm not saying he's above it, but it's why would Mr. Beast ever finesse people like that? He has so much. Yeah. He has so much positive social currency. Why would he ever do that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe he got finessed by those people, and he thought it was no. And yeah, and then like just to put you guys on game who are new to crypto. Like most of us don't know how to read, like understand the code, but yeah, me neither.
Oh, I meant reading in general.
No. Well, yeah, obviously. No, but yeah, like reading the code, but like these cryptos all have public code. Like you can read the code and see the smart contracts and see how they're designed. And like one big thing that you always got to look for, or at least find somebody who knows how to do it, or follow somebody who's technical about it, which is like a lot of times when a new coin launches, for example, the creators, the original people, they have, let's say, like 10% of all coins that they hold. So if they have 10% of the coins, if the price shoots up, then they can sell their 10% and basically like pull the rug out from under you.
Yeah, everybody else is just gonna dip.
But legitimate projects, what they do is that they write into the code the smart contract, which locks up the money for like 6 months or a year, meaning that the developers can't sell. Like they just can't do it because it's written into the fucking code. And if they change the code, then you would know because it's like, and that's why it's important to be able to like know that, or at least understand where to find that information,
Well, even if they did, I mean, that shit's not enforced by the law yet. No,
but I mean, it's just like that's part of what crypto is. It's the Wild West. Yeah. So like,
you gotta trust somebody.
Yeah, like if you wanted to be crazy enough where you can become a millionaire overnight, then you also can't have daddy watching over you and telling you what to do and protecting your dumb ass. This is the Wild West, then you're a gunslinger now, motherfucker. Then you gotta watch out for yourself and not blame Mr. Beast for fucking putting $10,000 in at an all-time high day one. Like you gotta take responsibility for yourself, period. That's it.
Says the same guy that also did the same thing, but he won. Look, it's like gambling, man. Look, you put in whatever you're willing to lose. If you're not willing to lose your life savings, why would you put your life savings? Oh, well, I thought it was going to go well. Well, I thought a fucking millionaire was going to knock on my door and say, hey, would you like all my money because no fucking reason? Like, the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense, man. Look, I'm like you just mentioned, like I invested all my extra money, and like if I lost my money, then that's my fault. I fucked up. If I got finessed, that's my fault. I fucked up. It does bother me to see these people like on Twitter just like, what the fuck, blah blah blah, like what the it's like, dude, if it was Mr. Beast's thing, why isn't he all over Twitter promoting this shit? Like, isn't that suspect to you? And I feel bad for these people because when you're new, you make mistakes. Fine, it's a life lesson.
It's a hard lesson you gotta learn, man. You gotta get up and roll with it.
Yeah, it's only a loss if you don't learn the lesson. That's it. Like if you now, this should never happen to you again, and there's plenty of more opportunities. But like, dude, it's just common sense. Like common sense. If it was fucking Mr. Beast's thing, he would have made a video on that shit, just like he did for like his burger shit.
He would have at least make a video about it.
Yeah.
Or at least tweet about it.
Exactly. So it just, I was like, common sense, man. Just because, like you said, I can get a JPEG right now, sponsored by Mystery Mr. R. Like,
what up, baby?
Yeah.
And it fucking goes to the moon. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
With my crypto called Misties, we're gonna be rich as fuck. So everybody buy Misties. Yeah. I'm not gonna take the money. What?
Dude, that's a good name, Misties.
Yeah, it's mine.
All right, I'm gonna give one thing. I saw, and I actually think this is a great idea. So I don't like saying like, oh, you should buy this, but I'm gonna just throw this out there. Okay. I don't know if this place is legit or not, but the idea is good.
What the fuck? Do not take advice
like
from YouTubers. Do not take financial advice from YouTubers.
Do your own research. I'm gonna put a name out there and do your own research. It's called Cum Rocket.
I knew you were gonna bring up Cum Rockets.
Yeah, and Misties. It's called Cummies, the thing. But like, just here's the one sentence pitch, and like, this is the crypto version of OnlyFans.
Genius.
Done.
Genius.
Done.
But
yeah,
it's crazy because Com Rocket, they're actually doing really fucking well. So.
Yeah, I mean that's why partly is of course is the hype of it, but it's actually a good idea if the people are legit, which I don't know they are. I don't know if the smart contracts are good, but if the people are legit, then dude, then it's a great fucking idea. Like especially with something like OnlyFans where it's like, shit, if people are getting paid in crypto, then they technically don't have to pay taxes for it. They don't have to report that shit.
Oh shit. It's getting illegal in this motherfucker. Hey,
not financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice.
Do not take financial advice from YouTubers.
I don't
do
know
not take legal advice from YouTubers either. That is.
Yeah. God damn.
Dude, people are crazy. I don't get why.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, don't take financial advice from Disney either. Yeah, man, go ahead and buy our Lucas Bucks. Yeah, fucking. But
oh man,
that is
the podcast.
The podcast. It's your host, Mist,
Mike, Knowledge,
and we will see you guys next time.
Next week.
Peace. Or next week. Peace.